Hey, did you ever hear of the history of the 70s era King Kong movie? If not, have a seat. This is going to get really interesting. During the 70s, RKO Pictures sold off the rights to King Kong to two different studios. They sold it to both Universal and Dino De Laurentiis. However, this is where our problems begin. Neither Dino De Laurentiis or Universal knew about the other at first, so two King Kong movies went into production. Eventually, Universal sued De Laurentiis for $25 million. De Laurentiis decided to countersue for $90 million. Because of all the legal hardships that De Laurentiis was going through, he decided the best course of action was to rush his film into production in defiance of all reason and common sense. What a weirdo. And because De Laurentiis was such a weirdo, he didn't want to use stop motion in his movie. Instead, he sought out to create a full-scale animatronic of King Kong, which is pretty crazy to say the least. Amazingly, they were able to build the thing, and it cost around $2 million. There was one problem though. This $2 million creation, it didn't work, at all. So, the filmmakers wasted $2 million on a King Kong that didn't work, so they had to scrap it all in exchange for a guy in a gorilla suit. Well, that's certainly setting money on fire, am I right? The filmmakers did try to display their costly creation to the public so it wouldn't go to waste. However, it started leaking oils and fluids that were used to power the thing. Even the extras on set were making fun of them. So, in the end, Giant Robo King Kong was only used for 15 seconds of this movie, which is a total of $130,000 per second. They also decided to make two giant robo ape hands as props, but because this production is very mismanaged, they made two right hands by mistake! Oh, and the prop wound up injuring one of the actors temporarily. Thankfully, they recovered eventually and they were fine in the end. Oh, and despite all the mismanagement, their efforts paid off, for this movie was a financial hit and won an Academy Award for special effects. If you were to ask me, the lesson Dino De Laurentiis learned was this.
Hey, you can't make an omelet without breaking a few eggs. And oh my gosh, did you break some eggs? You better make a serious omelet or all this stuff will go to waste!